Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. We are all extremely blessed to be here for another session of Gita Manana with Dharma Kshetra Gita Study Circle. Truly blessed. Let us start with the prayer. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Yes, so we have dwelt at quite some detail on the first chapter called the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Now, just before we jump into the next one, a few things to dwell on. What is in it for us? In this Arjuna Vishada Yoga, all of us have to dwell on it. So was Arjuna a weakling to have felt remorse? Was he? Yes, anybody can unmute and talk. Was Arjuna a weakling to have felt remorse, Santa? That is the question.
No, he didn't have the knowledge of the self. He was not weak. So, I mean, I think this is very natural for the unenlightened to feel the way the Arjuna feels. Every normal person.
Okay.
Had more of attachments, which had made him little enough. It was not a weakling, but that attachment made him, a little weak. We can say that way.
It made him weak. Okay. Yes, Nirmala?
Me, mine. Me, mine. Once you start attaching yourself with, you don't take the golden path of Dharma. Instead, you go to me, oh, he's mine, just like how Dhritarashtra starts. My sons and Pandu's sons.
Okay.
If you do that, then sure you're going to get hurt, and sure you're going to take the wrong decision. Mamata, that mama means mine. See, even doctors, if it is their mother, their daughter, their son, they will not operate. They will ask their friend to operate.
Okay.
Because once you have that feeling, there is a fear of losing, fear of failing, fear of doing mistakes is very common.
Okay.
So that is the reason this fellow is such a, he is one of the, is the one of the best there standing.
Correct.
But how does it matter if he is the best or the worst? He cannot stand up in front of my cousins, my brothers, my in-laws, my father, my grandfather, my guru, my finish, fail.
Okay. But is there no redeeming quality about this remorse at all? See, so many people were there. Nobody had, if this Arjuna had not felt the remorse, there would be no Gita. Somebody had to ask these existential questions, isn't it? I think it also shows a very sensitive nature of our Arjuna, isn't it? So many were there. Bhima didn't ask. They were just going on killing. But Arjuna, at least for some reason, with Moha at least, he started asking why Anta. Isn't that something, precious? That quality.
Only if you have Vishama, you can go to Sama.
That's
only if you ask questions, only if you go to the rock bottom, Nadir, when you touch the
Yeah.
rock bottom,
Mahadev,
that
he
is the time. After that, you
was-
rise.
So thank God he had the, Vishada. Thank God he
Yeah,
had.
this we have to be grateful for this two people, this
Yeah.
Arjuna and
Mm.
his grandson.
Grandsona. Parikshit
Yeah, Parikshit.
or
He,
Bhagavatam.
because of him, Bhagavatam, because of him,
Correct.
Bhagavad Gita.
Very good. Very true. Very
These two characters have given the best
absolutely
things to this world
agree.
because of their
Yeah.
despondency.
Yes. Very good. But Arjuna's despondence is fine, but Krishna was not impressed. I mean, he gave the answers, but he had this basic objection.
Because he has this despondency,
Hmm.
he has nothing else to do but to fall at Krishna's feet.
Hmm.
Totally.
Yeah.
He says, I'm finished.
Hmm.
Krishna, help me out.
Yeah. That's
None of the brothers fell at Krishna's feet.
well, he fell. So,
He fell. So he gets the jackpot.
yes, true.
Whereas
Hmm.
I told my teacher, uh, oh, that was a thing given by Krishna to Arjuna. What am I to do? She says, no,
Hmm.
that was just that stuffed calf. The mother cow gave birth to a baby cow. The
Ah.
baby cow died.
Oh.
But the moment the baby cow dies, the mother is so piteously crying that it cannot give milk.
Mm-hmm.
So what the milkman does, he makes a stuffed cow out of it
Oh.
and brings it near the cow. And
Okay.
immediately she starts pouring milk.
Starts flowing. How nice. Beautiful.
So yeah, so like that, it is for us people
Right.
that is meant.
We are the
It's
stuffed
for
cows. The stuffed.
Arjuna got it,
Ah.
but we are also the people. Even today, we can
Yes. Yes.
milk from there.
Yes. Okay. Next question. Next, manana rather than question. So, is just what is Vishada? What is Vishada, by the way? Definition of Vishada.
Helplessness, indecisiveness.
Helplessness, mood of
Sorrow.
sorrow,
Sorrow.
Sadness.
sadness, sorrow, despondency. I've hit a wall. I don't know what else to do. So that kind of
Delusion.
desperation. Yes.
Delusion, no?
Delusion. Vishada is not delusion. Is Vishada delusion, people?
It's not delusion. It is like, in a rock bottom state.
Rock bottom state.
Confusion kind of
Yeah.
a mental anguish or something. Yeah.
Mental anguish. So delusion, Kamala, everything that happens in the mind is delusion only, whether it's Vishada or Santosha. Everything is delusion, isn't it? That's the definition of delusion is what? Identifying.
Delusion is not knowing the truth, having a veil in between.
Correct. So identifying with the mind and thinking that whatever is happening in my mind is me, that is delusion. In that sense, yes, Vishada is delusion. But so is Santosha, so is elation, so is every other emotion that is happening in me. Yes, Nirmala?
Suddenly, he is faced with a mental block, total block.
Block.
He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. Yes. So the question is just this Vishada enough? How will that translate if you just become helpless and deluded and all that and you stop there? Is it enough?
He was very lucky. Krishna was standing nearby.
Correct. He expressed
And he could surrender to a higher power.
higher power. Higher
So that
intelligence took over. Yes.
that
Surrender.
helplessness, that discontentment, that was channelized into something powerful, and he could use that all that things to the right
Exactly.
direction
What
to
is the
emerge much
altar
more
of your...
stronger.
Yes, see, whatever emotion I have to dedicate it to an altar which is higher than me. I cry in front of God, I will get answers. I cry in front of, somebody superior, more, who is better off than you. You will get some answers. Otherwise, if you shut yourself in a room and cry, it's no use. That applies for everything. All the things that we do has to be dedicated to a higher altar. Cooking, sweeping, eating. Otherwise, it just becomes a dry, useless, wasteful activity. Even Vedanta by itself is kind of useless. It has to be coupled with bhakti.
So
Only then
it
it will
has to
be
have
the body. Yes, Anu?
it has to have a purpose, you mean to say, you're saying?
See, dry Vedanta we say. That is, it's become a colloquially it will say it is Vana Vedanta in Kannada we say. Vana
And
Vedanta.
it's something like I study a lot of things and I'm telling, oh, I know this, I know this, I know this.
I know this.
Knowing is not
There is
enough.
no application is not there.
Correct.
One has to apply the knowledge, then only it comes to life, isn't it? Anu, that is what I meant. So dry Vedanta just collecting in the head is of little use. One has to apply it. When you apply it, the moment we apply it, it becomes an puja, karma yoga, as we know go along. Okay. And same as yoga. I'll do yoga for a healthy body. I mean, it has got limited use. Again, there has to be that bhakti bhava and all that. If you use it to enhance, grow higher up, level of consciousness can rise, then it is useful. So here, this vairagya, what Arjuna felt, was a temporary or permanent vairagya. We have a term called smashan vairagya, isn't it? So
Yes.
this was battleground vairagya of Arjuna. Because otherwise he has fought hundreds of wars. He has killed mercilessly. He did not feel any vairagya then. So at
So
this
there was
point,
no attachment in those places.
but the same guys were there. Same Bhishma, Drona were there. Same Duryodhana and all his brothers were there. So somehow, that is why Krishna says he will use all these people as instruments to, give. When Krishna took avatara, Brahmaji prayed to Krishna to take avatara and come on earth, isn't it? Creator Brahma. Then he instructed all the devatas, you guys, you also have to go to help Krishna in his mission. Indra, Vayu, Yama, Ashwini devatas, they were all designated. They had the roles to manifest themselves and come along and help. Even in Ramayana, it's all the Vanaras were devatas who came to help Rama in his mission. So this is how the cosmos works. Therefore, Arjuna had become a channel for this teaching. So coming back to Vairagya, there is Naimittika Vairagya, similar to Smashana Vairagya, where just some little thing, for example, the Pahalgam attacks, how much we all felt Vairagya. For days we were so upset. Then what happened? Things are back to normal. Like that. That is Naimittika Vairagya. Whereas, which is the permanent Vairagya? Which comes through maturity. Isn't it? That is called Viveka Janya Vairagya. The Vairagya which comes naturally through maturity, to discretion, through Viveka, to discernment of what is right, what is wrong, what is higher, what is lower, what is Shreyas, what is Preyas. Then that Vairagya is permanent. It will stay with me. That kind of Vairagya is going to stay with me. But so that is why in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is not told, yes, Nirmala, Arjuna is told to,
Vairagya. Vairagya of Bhishma.
Vairagya of Bhishma was mature. Is that right?
Mature and permanent.
Mature and permanent, that too only on his deathbed at the end of his life, which is good, fantastic.
No, he promised that he will not get married and he gave up for his father's sake.
Hmm.
He was a young
That
man.
kind of Vairagya, okay.
Bhishma. That's why it's called Bhishma.
Ghora. Bhishma.
Ghora.
Ghora. Terrible. Terrible Vairagya he had. But his altar of dedication was what? The throne of Hastinapura, which is why all his actions went wrong. Rather, he himself had a lot of regret about how he lived. This 11th skanda of the Bhagavatam is completely about Bhishma, and he reviews his life and the decisions he took. And he, he tells Bhagavan, you were in front of me all these years. I have been seeing God himself. Yet I could not live my life to its fullest. I was tied to that vision of this Hastinapura. My ego was in full blown, glory. And then when on his Sharashaya, but he was a bhakta of Krishna. He was a bhakta, but it was not translating to action. And so when Krishna comes to his bed of arrows, but by the time he is dying, Bhishma said, now my life is fulfilled. Now my life is fulfilled. Now don't stand outside. You come inside me. Because if the moment I shut my eyes, I forget you. So come and stay in my heart, he says. So all is a very beautiful, in the Bhagavata, 11th skanda, all this is there. Okay, why did we go here? Okay, for Arjuna, Krishna does not give jnana and close. Second chapter, Gita close. He doesn't do that. Where do we go? Karma, bhakti, dhyana, everything follows. Why? Whereas when Nachiketa, the little boy, went to Yama, Lord Yama, and asked for jnana, what did Yama offer him? First, what did Yama offer the little boy Nachiketa? He offered him yes, Anu, you know?
Yeah, he offered everything, whatever he wanted, but he refused to take. He
Wanted
just
Allah.
wanted.
Yama thought he wanted, he would appreciate.
Yeah.
Rajya, unimaginable wealth, treasure, the kingdom, the lordship over the universe, everything Yama offered him, everything material, the best things that you would want, Yama offered the little boy Nachiketa. No, go away, take this and go. Don't ask me these questions. Whereas Nachiketa said, no, I want that ultimate truth. I don't care for all these gifts that you're offering me. So there, yeah. So there, yes, you want to say something? Anu? Anyone?
No, I'm listening to you because he wanted that one thing which can be known.
Huh.
And he knows everything, kind of thing.
So he's granted that knowledge. And there and then this fellow is liberated, Nachiketa. Whereas Arjuna, even after all the teaching of the Gita, was he liberated, enlightened soul at the end of it? We have heard many stories of how Arjuna, with his arrogance, asked Krishna to get off the Ratha after the war was done. Krishna said, no, you get off, fool. He said, no, you're the chauffeur. You have to open the door for me or something like that. And so we know what happened. So Krishna says, just get off. And then when he gets off, and after Krishna dismounts, then the Ratha goes up in flames. Because it was Krishna and Hanuman who were holding the whole, they were the ones who were absorbing all the weapons, the arrows, the astras that were thrown at Arjuna. So Arjuna's arrogance and ego may be a little dent. For that moment, it was like, fine. But later it came up full blown. We have seen, isn't it? So the adhikari is important. That is why all this full explanation. The adhikari, Nachiketa was the perfect adhikari. So immediately got the dhyana. Whereas Arjuna, he was not ready for the full jnana. So, like us all Arjunas, we have been prescribed karma yoga, bhakti yoga, dhyana. The preparation is required before the full jnana can be assimilated by us. That is the thing, isn't it? So, Vairagya born of maturity is permanent. That is Nachiketa's example. Or who else? If you think of other people, great. Yes. One more question. Did Arjuna with Krishna force Arjuna to fight? Did
A
he?
kind of. A kind of. He was
Fight?
not ready. So, but it was not a direct thing. He gave him in such a way that he himself has to fall down at Krishna's feet and then say, please save me. You tell me, I am very confused.
Okay.
So then that is when he himself has started, asking. He said, okay, now you are open for my advice and teachings. I will now give it to you.
Yes.
And through Arjuna, he gave all the teachings to us.
But if somebody asks who is not, apart from our group, if somebody asks Krishna forced Arjuna to fight, what will you say?
There is no question of forcing. I feel that's the way it is. I mean, what God, the plan that God has for every being, it has to be done. Has to be done. I mean, there's no question of forcing someone.
Okay.
So Krishna cannot be equated to another human being. Like I force my daughter to do something. There's no equation like that.
Yes. Very, very
That's the way it is. That's it. The war had to be fought. Arjuna had to fight.
Yes, correct. Very well said. Yes,
You have to perform the duty for which you were born for.
Okay.
Arjuna was an archer. He was a number one fighter, and he can't afford to
Like a
be
Kshatriya.
so despondent.
Yes, true. So yes, all that is fine, all perfectly valid.
One more thing.
Huh.
So when a disciple is surrendering to his guru, then guru takes over, right? So Krishna himself is fighting through Arjuna.
Very correct. Beautifully said. Very true. Very true. Yes. So all that is fine. Correct. So he didn't. What Krishna did was merely remove Arjuna's ignorance. Ashte. That's all he did. Isn't it? Actually, the crux of the whole matter. He removed Arjuna's ignorance. On many, 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 many levels, he removed Arjuna's ignorance.
Layers and layers of ignorance.
Layers and layers of ignorance tackled.
He told him, if you fight the war, you generally don't get such a wonderful opportunity. You've got a wonderful opportunity.
Yes.
If you fight the war and you win, you become a great king.
Yes.
Okay. If you lose the war, okay. If you run away from the war, people are going to say, oh, Bujdil, oh, that Arjuna who ran away from the war.
Correct.
Oh, that fellow. Oh, he is not a great archer and all. He is a frightened person. He is a Bujdil. He is a coward.
Correct.
For a person like you, such a thing is almost like dying only.
Correct.
For that, it is better to die in the war.
Yes. So many reasons Krishna gives Arjuna to carry on fighting.
He explained to him.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anu.
Arjuna's, it was more like a conflict between duty and emotion. And with this, it was a beginning of the spiritual awakening for him to clarify all his doubts. And Krishna was there to clarify and walk him through the steps, what is required to complete his duty, fight for the right as Dharma, where he was refusing to fight against his people.
Very good. Yes, Anu. Perfectly said. So Krishna made it clear that Are Bapre, it's not about war. It's about your Swadharma. One of the reasons, isn't it? It's about your Swadharma. Just do your Dharma. And this is not the place to have doubts at this stage. The deliberations have been happening for, so many months deliberations have been happening. And we have thought out the strategy and we have got people on our side. Everything is ready. And at the last moment, you cannot do this. So that was also, you do your Dharma. So what this war accomplished for Arjuna and for all of us is shaking us up all from deep slumber. We take life for granted. So ask questions. Ask, God is in front of you. Ask Him whatever you want. Cry. Everything one can do when God is there. But this is the wonderful part here. God was with Arjuna all his life. He didn't ask then. He took him for granted. Actually, after Krishna dies, Arjuna laments. Arey, I called him this, I called him friend, I put my hand on his shoulders. I used to, pat him on the back as a friend. How much I have abused his, friendship. All that regret he gets when after Krishna dies. Then, when he was alive, he took it for granted. Yeah.
Oh, he does not lament so much then. He
Ah,
laments on in the 11th chapter when he sees the Vishwarupa Darshana itself.
Vishwa.
Treat me like a friend, treat me like a Sakhi. Won't
Correct.
you please excuse me, please excuse me. I have done many mistakes.
Yes.
I have taken you for granted. The
Yeah.
11th chapter is full of his laments of,
Correct.
please don't, punish me for whatever I have done. He
True.
sees all Karna, Bhishma, everybody going into his huge mouth.
Mm,
He's afraid.
yeah.
He's saying, "Oh no, please, Krishna, don't take your anger out on me. I have done many mistakes."
Mm. So, Krishna actually gave him kind of sannyasa also, no? During that 14 years of, 13 years of Vanvasa, this Arjuna sannyasi, we call him with sarcasm. He was just wearing the robes of a sannyasi, but there was not an
Bhong,
effort of,
bhong.
dhong kiya.
That is
Only
the thing he
sannyasi.
did, and you know what he did? He
Ah.
married Subhadra.
But then he asked for Krishna's sister only,
Ah,
with the saffron robes, he was doing all this. Arjuna.
ah.
Then Krishna must have felt, you rascal, wait, I will teach you. When the time comes, real sannyasa has to come to you. Maybe. The Lord thought like that. So that's it. So that was how one can ignore all the signs. Signs can be ignored and yet go on with life as if nothing is wrong. So when one feels Vishada, it's a blessing. Really, it's a blessing because so many things open up. The life that I have taken for granted will become more purposeful. So satsang at the shy time of Vishada is the greatest blessing. The teaching of God which comes to you when comes to me when I'm depressed, when I'm sad, when I'm angry, when I don't know what to do, is the greatest blessing. That's the fruition of tapas. The fruition of tapas, whatever. See, tapas means what? Life will make us burn. So if that burning that life gives, if it's made fruitful, then God will bless. Okay, good.
I
Many
think, sorry to interrupt. I
like
think this rock bottom state is
that.
what God pushes us.
Yeah,
So that we enter again. Yeah, many people have said the same thing in different words.
correct.
Is to open up spiritual avenues.
Absolutely.
But
Yes.
the only problem is the things when people are into rock bottom, they actually shut down themselves from the world. Then is the problem, the real problem.
Yes.
They
No,
have to
maybe
open
that
up.
state is not probably their rock bottom state. It's I feel the worst state. I mean, it's very subjective. I feel the rock bottom state.
Subjective.
Uh,
Yeah. Ek minute. Yeah, please carry on. What, Shashi? Shashi, no. Okay. Oh, 1 minute, appa. Yes. Okay. Were we there? Yeah. So with Vishada, somebody can commit suicide also. What's the use? They come back to the same situation in the next life. Absolutely useless action. So, we are all grateful.
Forget about the same situation.
Hmm.
You are given, suppose you are given 80 years of life,
Ah.
and I commit suicide
Yeah.
when I'm 30.
Hmm.
The rest 50 years, I have to be in a ghost body. Then only I can disappear.
Yo, Papa. It's terrible.
And after becoming a ghost, I look and say, "Ayo, I could have corrected this.
Hmm.
Oh, I could have lived on, and I would have made a
Preta.
difference.
Difference.
I have to just remember, even this will come to pass."
Ah. Ashte.
Even this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. My mood is such a, the mind is such a monkey. You think it will stay in one mood forever? Impossible. Impossible. So this too shall pass. Yeah. It will pass quickly when I surrender to God. Bas, ho gaya. Okay, now we'll come to the last sloka of the first chapter because that is a formal way of ending it. Anyone wants to chant? Please welcome. Who wants to chant this? Sanjaya Uvacha.
I'll try.
Yes, Sneha.
Sanjay Uvacha एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः सङ्ख्ये रथोपस्थ उपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसः.
So, what's the meaning of this shloka? Sanjaya said, having thus spoken in the midst of the battlefield, Arjuna sat down on the seat of the chariot, casting away his bow and arrow with a mind distressed with sorrow. So, what will be Dhritarashtra telling himself when he heard this? Wow, what luck! My sons are now going to be comfortable. I am going to win this war. Done, finished. So, Dhritarashtra might be thinking thus. So, this is how we conclude every chapter. So, we can all chant by ourselves when this is being chanted. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishnarjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Prathamodhyayaha. Lovely, no? So we'll just do the, what's the time? Yeah, we can do, at least start off with the second. Sankhya Yoga Nama. Atha Dvitiyodyayah. So what's the meaning of Sankhya? What's the meaning of Sankhya? Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya is numbers.
Ha.
Sankhya is one of the darshanas.
Darshanas also.
Yes, darsha also. But here in this context, Sankhya is jnana.
Jnana. In this context, Sankhya, let us not confuse. Sankhya, it was given by Kapila Muni, which is another stream of thought, very much aligned to all the Upanishads or whatever it is, but a little different interpretation. But here Sankhya means Jnana Yoga, which is the ultimate teaching, which is why Madhusudana Saraswati goes into raptures when he talks about this Jnana Yoga. All the Advaitins love it. But the other schools of thought, they interpret it in their own manner. But here we are coming from the Advaita school of thought. So we will stick to that. No, Nirmala?
Yes.
Yes.
Second chapter, according to Krishna, the Gita is over.
Gita is over. But
Fully
our
over. But our Arjuna boy is there, no? He asks every time, he asks questions. So he has, elongated it into 18 chapters.
Like our Prabhuji. No, never tired of answering any number of questions. Any time you ask him, he will answer. He is so not tired. Amazing. I mean, that means they're living in the present moment, you know. There is no memory with the baggage. Arey, I have already answered this question, isn't it? So that is the kind of commitment. I mean, that's a quality which comes with a Vishala Buddhi. Just being in the present moment, whatever anyone asks, I'm ready to give at any point of time. God is never tired of giving the same boons. We all ask Him day in and day out boons. He just goes on giving. So that's what Krishna is doing here. So first shloka yaradru ಓದಬಹುದು. ಸಂಜಯ ಉವಾಚ ತಂ ತಥಾ ಕೃಪಯಾವಿಷ್ಟಂ ಅಶ್ರುಪೂರ್ಣಾಕುಲೇಕ್ಷಣಂ ವಿಷೀದಂತಮಿದಂ ವಾಕ್ಯಂ ಉವಾಚ ಮಧುಸೂದನ. Yes, people can actually chant. We have time. Whoever wants to chant can carry on. Start.
Sanjay uvacha tam tatha कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः.
Beautiful.
I will chant.
Here.
Sanjaya vacha tam tata कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णकुलेक्षणम् विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदना.
Correct. Beautiful. Ashnupurna. Ashte. That was the thing. Yeah.
य उवाच तन्तता कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणम्
Yes.
विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः.
Yes. Yaru next. Yes. Bija, you want to try?
Right now, I'm not very confident.
No problem. Just here. Yes. Padmaja.
Sanjay uvaच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषिदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदना.
Padmaja, you are getting better and better, man. Really. Superb. Kamala, Jai Shri, Indra, you're all welcome. Anyone can?
Yes, Punamji. Sanjay uvacha tam tata कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः.
Very good. Excellent. Hi, Jai Shri.
Sanjaya uvacha tam tata कृपयाविष्टम् अश्रुपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः.
Very good.
I think we can start with the meaning, Purnima, because it's a little simple only.
Yes. Sanjaya said, Tam tatha kripayavishtam. To who was thus overcome with pity and despondency, Ashrupurna kulekshanam. His eyes were full of, his watery-eyed. The great Kshatriya, the great warrior, he was watery-eyed. He had tears in his eyes. Really, it shows so much sensitivity on his part, you know. It's not unmanly to cry at all. It is good. It shows that you have a heart. Vishidantamidam vakyam uvacha Madhusudana. And so Madhusudana spoke these words. We can go to the next one also.
Okay. Next one I'll do it.
Yes. You chant, let us all chant, because this is the first time Bhagavan is opening his mouth. We should all, you know.
Shri Bhagavanuvāca कुत्स्वाकशमलम् इदम् विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टम् अस्वर्गयम् अकीर्तिकरम् अर्जुन.
कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुना. Yes. Anyone can chant. And then we can quickly go to the meaning. Padmaja will give us.
Shri Bhagavanuvāc कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् akirtikaram arjuna.
Very good.
श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टम् अस्वर्गीयम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन।
कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमेकमुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन।
श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन.
Very nice. So, yes, Padmaja, you can explain.
So the translation goes like this. The Supreme Lord said, "My dear Arjuna, how has this delusion overcome you in this hour of peril? In this hour of difficulty, how does this delusion overcome you? It is not befitting an honorable person.
Correct.
It leads not in the higher abodes, but to disgrace." That is the meaning.
Correct. Yes.
So
yes,
I
Padmaja.
just give a explanation, small explanation.
Yes.
So Manu Smriti, the text that defines Aryan as a highly evolved and cultured person. Aryan. The word Aryan means a highly evolved and cultured person.
Okay.
Basically, like a perfect gentleman.
Okay.
So the aim of all our Vedic scriptures, whatever we are reading, is all to see all these humans as Aryans. We all humans should become Aryans, Hindus. So that is the aim of these Vedic scriptures.
Correct.
Now, Shri Krishna finds Arjuna in this present condition. He finds him in conflict with this ideal. He's not finding him as an Aryan, higher over there. So this conflict is there.
Correct.
So rather than comforting him, now Shri Krishna is making Arjuna uncomfortable about his current state.
Very true.
So it's like we all feel uncomfortable when we are confused, when we are very much confused what to do, what not to do, what is this. So that uncomfortable comes when we are confused. Because why does this uncomfortable situation comes? Because it is not the natural condition of the soul. If our soul is in tune with the natural, the nature, then it is not uncomfortable.
Very nice.
So that feeling of discontentment, that feeling of uneasiness, uncomfortable nature,
Very good.
if it is properly channeled, if it is put in a proper direction, it can become a powerful momentum or an impetus to search for the true knowledge, to seek the true knowledge.
Very nice.
So the suitable resolution of doubt helps a person acquire a deeper understanding than before. So thus, God sometimes deliberately puts a person in turmoil. He deliberately put a person, wantingly he want to put him in a trouble so that he or she may be forced to search for knowledge.
Absolutely.
To remove that confusion, to remove that ignorance. And when the doubt is finally resolved, that person reaches a higher level of understanding. He's very much closer to the truth. He understands it. Yes, that's it.
Well explained, Padmaja. Very well explained. Very nice. Anyone else wants to pitch in? Beautiful. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Yes.
So again, talking of I really like the term the rock bottom state here. So I'm going to use it again and again.
All right.
So the Vishada Yoga was, whatever was Arjuna's state during the Vishada Yoga was not still his rock bottom state. Now that Krishna has further pointed to his delusion when that should not be there through the shloka, he's further going down.
Yeah, true. That means he's instigating him to understand why it is wrong that I should feel like this.
Right.
Alva?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the previous shloka, Sanjaya calls Krishna as Madhusudana. See, that is also very significant according to the commentators. Madhusudana is the one who killed Madhu. Who was killed? Who was Madhu? Madhu and Kaitaba. Who were they?
Asuras, is it?
Asuras who came, who emerged from Vishnu's ears, Narayana's ears. So they represent their ear wax ante, tamas. Basically, all these rakshasas, asuras are tamas. So here, when Krishna is spoken as Madhusudana, he is removing our tamas. He is killing the tamas of all the students of Gita, Arjuna. Okay, so our tamas is now said to be killed. Bhagavan Uvacha. That term Bhagavan Uvacha, it's fantastic. Just dwell on it. God is speaking. We have to really internalize it. We cannot take it seriously. We have to sit up and take notice when Bhagavan is saying something. Earlier, we have discussed what is the meaning of the word Bhagavan. Can anyone recall? Bhagavan means the entity which has 6 kinds of wealths. What are the 6 kinds of wealths that Bhagavan has? First of all, he has Aishwarya, just regular wealth. Everything, the whole entire cosmos, the universe belongs to Bhagavan. Why are we stressing on this? Because we have to understand which is the force which is giving us this jnana. So he is Aishwarya itself. Bhagavan is Aishwarya itself. Whatever, anything, everybody possesses on earth is his wealth alone. And his Kirti, fame, same explanation. Your Kirti, whatever little Kirti I get in my field, whatever Kirti you get in your field, everything belongs to him. He is Kirti itself. So the little piece of Kirti or Aishwarya that I get, I have a piece of Bhagavan with me, isn't it? And he is Balam, strength, mental, physical, emotional, material, all sorts of strength is Bhagavan. And then he is influence, the influence that he wields on everything, on the elements of nature, the Panchabhutas, that is Bhagavan. And he is Saundarya, beauty. The beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So when we see through the eyes of Bhagavan, everything is beautiful. He is beauty itself. And he is Tyaga. Tyaga. He is Tyaga also. Why? With all this, he is Tyaga. Why? Because nothing sticks to him. Nothing sticks to Bhagavan. He is everything. He has got everything. Matsthani sarvabhutani. It comes in the 6th chapter. Then he says, Nachamasthani sarvabhut. Everything is in me, but I am not in anything. So that is Bhagavan for us. So that is the glory which is addressing us when we say Bhagavan Vacha. Yes. With that thought, we can close for the day and dwell a little more into this 2.2 shloka. What did Bhagavan say? Kuttastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam anaryam ajushtam asvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. 4 things he says. The despondency you are feeling is anarya, unmanly, ajushtam. It is, it is not befitting this thing, anarya, asvargyam, it is unholy. And akirtikaram, it like what Nirmala said, it will bring you bad, precedents. You're setting up bad precedents. So all this we can dwell a little more and continue with the next chapter next Saturday with Bhagwan's grace. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mamrutangamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Nanembudu nanalla ideha manabuddhi nanalla Satchidanandatma Shivananu Nane Shivoham 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 Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु हरिः ओम श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम तत्सत्